What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we got the first test has officially finished between England and South Africa. And oh boy, did we get the result that I was after this result. I mean, it just feels like, you know, if you guys could ask me three things, right? Save world hunger, end, you know, world violence, or see England lose by a whole innings and 12 runs on their home deck, I would have chose this option every day because this one is sweet. Obviously not. This one is sweet. I'll edit that out. In fact, I'll make it so I sound better. But hey, if you guys are new, firstly, subscribe. Secondly, if you're not a part of the movement that we have started in the last 1 or 2 days, it's already working. Comment down below. Comment anything. Get the YouTube algorithm working. We're just, you know, an emoji, making fun of me, making fun of England. I think today is a good day to just comment anything and to make fun of England. If you don't know what to comment, just comment #FBenStokes and you've done the right thing in my eyes. So, hey, subscribe. Let's get straight into it. I mean, you know, I did watch each day of this test. Only went for 3 days and 2 sessions. Oh, England. Oh, England, there's just something going on here. Player of the match is just, you know, the Punjab King, an absolute beast. One of the best bowlers in the world. Kagiso Rabada, 5 for 52. Also made an inspirational 3 runs. But then in the second innings, 2 for 22, 2 for 27 as well. So, look, took 7 for, and was instrumental in that first innings. Really set up the game by bowling England out for 165 in the first innings. He was a big reason that they bowled them out. And this South African bowling lineup is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous when it's on the right pitch. Australia, England, obviously. England would have been the best place to start because of all the swing. But, you know, the West Indies, like at home in South Africa, obviously. New Zealand as well would have some pretty swing-friendly decks. Where else in the world might have? I mean, look, anywhere where there's a bit of grass, a bit of movement, a bit of pace on the pitch, just a bit of bounce, literally anything that might favour a pace-operated bowling attack, South Africa are going to be just dangerous. And I don't know what else to say about this bowling lineup. We're going to get into it, though, because there's a lot of good bits to talk about through this game. Oh, man, England, what is going on? England, hey, they were into bat first. If you haven't been paying attention to the game, this is their 11. Alex Lees, Crawley, Ollie Pope, Alan DeGeneres, Johnny Bairstow, Ben Stokes, who is the captain, I totally forgot. Ben Folkes, Stuart Broad, Potts, Leach, and Anderson. So, look, it's actually a pretty good 11. Obviously, the big, you know, missing point is this opening, you know, this opening 3. Alex Lees, he's just, in fact, not even Alex Lees. I think Alex Lees has more of a like complete setup. Zach Crawley's got to go, man. I mean, look, he made 1 decent innings against Australia at the end of the Ashes, and people were like, okay, he can play a little bit. And then he played against, I think it was India in that 5th test, maybe, or I can't remember. Was it against the West Indies, maybe, in a test match at the start of the year? I think they played, and Zach Crawley made, you know, a couple 70s. I think he made 100 in that series as well in the Barbados. But other than that, he just does not look settled at all. He does not look very good. I mean, that's the nicest way to say it. I believe he is a nice player of spin, but other than that, it's not really looking too good. And I tell you what, it's time to bring back Sir Alistair Cook. I mean, if they don't bring back the man Alistair Cook, I don't know what the heck they're going to do with this opening lineup. Ollie Pope, I mean, at least they got something out of this top order for once. Ollie Pope came in at number 3. So, no Joe Root at 3, Ollie Pope at 3. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter. I thought they would have just kept Alan DeGeneres at 3, aka Joe Root. But, look, they've got Ollie Pope in there, 73 off 102, 5 fours. I still think they might change this 11 around. I just don't think they've got the right batting lineup. I don't know. Do they put Johnny Bairstow, like try him as an opener again? I don't know. But you know what the best thing is about it? I don't care. Because this is their problem to sort out, not mine. I don't care what happens. I hope they keep losing. Like, let's be real. Johnny Bairstow, he went for a duck. Hashtag F Ben Stokes, he went for 20 off 30. Ben Folkes, his little cousin, he went for 6. He is just not performing either. You know, I was someone who was a big advocate for Ben Folkes to get into the Test team. He looks obviously really good with the gloves, but you need to bring more to the team than just being a good wicket keeper. He has provided absolutely zero with the bat, and again, you know, England is someone who has had really good wicketkeeper batsmen. I mean, you only got to look as far as Bairstow, Butler, Matt Pryor, if you want to go that far in Test cricket. So, look, they've had great wicketkeeper batsmen, but they just can't seem to really get one out of Ben Folkes here at the moment. So, it's interesting to see what they do with this situation. Broad, 15, Potts, 6, not out, whatever. Moving on to the South African bowlers. They only needed to use 4 bowlers. Didn't even need to roll a bit of spin in the first innings. Did not even need an over of spin in the first innings. That's how dominant they were. Rabada, 5 for 52 off 19. Ngidi only had to bowl 5 overs. That just shows how much it was a domination. I mean, their second change bowlers only had to bowl a combined... Do you guys see this? Bro, Ngidi and Marco Jansen, who are their second change bowlers, you know, their second partnership of bowlers after Rabada and Nokia, they bowled 13 overs combined. That's how many Nokia bowled by himself, and Rabada bowled 19. It just shows that opening bowling stand from Rabada and Nokia, it just causes it just causes trouble. Too much pace, too much swing, too much unpredictability. If they bowl if either of them bowl a full Yorker, you're in danger. If either of them bowl a short ball, you're in danger of losing your fucking head. If they bowl anything like wide, you don't want to play at it because it's Test cricket and it'll probably do a little bit of movement and you'll edge it to third slip. They're just really, really hard to bat to. Marco Jansen as well, who you guys know I'm a big fan of. Ever since I watched him play against India last year in that series in South Africa, where they ended up winning actually South Africa, ever since then I've just followed this man's career, played a little bit of IPL as well. He's going to be a superstar. I mean, just the raw talent and pace this man gets for a guy. How tall is he? Like, come on now. He's got to be at least 7'42". Come on. 2 meters 6. Well, there's your answer. This one says 2 meters 3, but this one here says 2.06 meters. So that's bigger than that. And he's only 22. He's about 40'4". He's an absolute giant. Look. All I can think about is this South Africa bowling lineup is just going to be causing problems on problems. I mean, how old's Rabada? He's in his prime, obviously. 27, in his prime. How old's Nokia? He'd be a little bit younger, maybe? 28. So, look, he's actually a year older. What the heck? I thought he would have been 26, 25. That's my bad. I didn't know that. But, look, they're all in their prime. I mean, this says right here that he is like Dale Steyn. That's a very good comparison for Anrich Nokia, in fact. And then you got Ngidi, who... How old's Ngidi? 26. I mean, they're all just in their prime. This whole bowling lineup is in their prime. The pace bowlers, that is, for South Africa. It's just nothing more settled and makes you more happy with your Test team when there's a settled bowling lineup and you know, like, just what you're going to get every game from your bowlers. All right, South Africa, they went into bat. England were bowled out for 165. And South Africa, well, they just had to go out there and essentially not be embarrassed like England did. And they did better than that. Dean Elgar, 47, the skipper. Sorrel Iwi. Now, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his name, but he's really good. I actually really like this guy. Look, do I know much about him? No. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like I'm Sorrel Erie's biggest fan. He's played 5 test matches. Well, there's my answer. So I don't really know much about him, but a pretty solid technique. I didn't say anything wrong. Top scored for him as well. So obviously doing something right. 73 off 146. They've moved Keegan Peterson. So look, in South Africa, I think he opened in a game, and so did Markram. I think they tried Markram as an opener as well. It just looked a bit, just not a strong enough batting lineup. But this addition of adding an extra opener in Iwi, that's what we're going to call him, Mr. Pee-wee. They've added him in. He had a nice 73. And then to allow Keegan Peterson at 4, Peterson at 3, Markram at 4, Dustin at 5. Of course, you never want to see Marco Jansen batting at 6, even though he made 48 and looks really, really good. For someone of his height, he has a beautiful, just batting stance technique. Like, he just looks like he's an all-rounder as well, which is actually no surprise by someone with his height. Like, I feel like most bowlers at his height have to end up becoming good with the bat because it adds something. Like Mitchell Stark, he was never a batsman really early, and then he kind of developed it a few years into his career. So I think it'll come with Marco Jansen, but I don't think you want to have him batting at 6. That's not a good look in my opinion, but that's okay. So yeah, I mean, some okay scores. Iwi was obviously the best with 73. Jansen 48, which is really, really good to be able to get that from him. Varane 11. Keshav Maharaj as well. Now, he'd be in his 30s, 30-something, right? So he's not in his prime. Yeah, 32. So, I mean, he was really good as well. Only had to bowl in the second innings. And it's a really good team. This South Africa team is really good. Rabada 3. Amrik Nokia as well, not out for 28. So, I mean, invaluable runs towards the end. The English bowlers, Jimmy Anderson, even though he's 72 now, well, next week I think he turns 72. He took 1 for 51 off 18, still looking as fit and strong as ever. Stuart Broad, 3 for 71 off 19. Also took a beautiful catch, I can't deny it. If you want to check it, go check it out. It's my type of catch anyway. Matty Potts, very expensive, 2 for 79 off 20. In fact, he did bowl 20 overs. As I burp, I'll edit that out. Ben Stokes, the skipper, cheap wickets, very cheap wickets. 3 for 71 off 18. Who did he get out? Let's see, who did he get out? Maharaj, that's a cheap wicket. Iwi, no, that was a wrong decision. And Dustin, no, that was another wrong decision. So 3 cheap wickets. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Jack Leach, whatever. Moving on. I'm sorry, Jack Leach, but moving on. All right, England. They just had to go out there. They were trailing by like 115 something. Like, I don't even know. They were trailing by around 100 to 200-ish. Pretty chaseable. I mean, you can obviously chase that down and put at least, another 200 of your own runs, or they still had another 2 days to bat if they really wanted to. Like, if this was ideal scenario, they would have batted all of day 3 and then batted till like lunch on day 4, declare. Or no, they probably would have even batted till like the last session on day 4 and then declared and then bowled to South Africa. Not really under lights because it doesn't get dark there quick enough, but you guys know what I mean. So look, this batting lineup just didn't go out there with that sort of mindset of this is Test cricket. We can stay out here for the next 2 days. This was a batting lineup that said, I want to go have a fucking beer. Like that. This is what I got from this bowling lineup. They all just, other than Alex Lees, really. It's just embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. And if I was an England fan, I would be so pissed off with this. Alex Lees, I mean, again, he is the one who just looks like he can give you at least anything at the top of the order, really. I mean, he just has a really good technique. I think that's the best thing about him. Zach Crawley, he's got to go, man. He's just not up to it. Ollie Pope, I mean, look, a nice 79 in the first innings. I like Ollie Pope, though. I really do like Ollie Pope. Obviously, you leave him in there. He's someone who can go from I mean, look, he came in at number 3 as well. You could open him. He could bat at 5, 6 if he had to. Like, I think he knows that. Joe Root, he went for 6. They were fucked after that. The game was... as soon as Joe Root left, I think I tweeted something. As soon as Root went out, I tweeted and the game was done. So, Johnny Bairstow went for 18. He has just fallen off as well. Isn't it weird how Johnny Bairstow finally plays good bowling and all of a sudden he just can't make runs, isn't it? It's really weird. It's not the same as Johnny Bairstow, like, batting, in the West Indies on some dusty pitches and, like, being able to make hundreds in easy situations. Now he's playing a really, really good bowling lineup and Johnny Bairstow looks like a fucking C-grade cricketer. Ben Stokes, he went for 20. Ben Folkes. Man, Ben Folkes. Do you want to play for your country? Like, sometimes I just look at a cricketer and say, man, what are you doing? I think it was after which wicket was it? Let's have a look see. After the Alex Lees wicket, wasn't it? Yeah. So after the Alex Lees wicket, he was like there. Which wicket was he? He was 8. So they were 5 for 86. Next ball, 2 balls later, Ben Folkes. Okay, guys, I want you to put this into perspective. So you're Ben Folkes, right? Just think that you're Ben Folkes for a moment here. You walk to the crease at 5 for 86. Your team is trailing by about 50-something runs. Doesn't matter. You realise, I've just got to go out there and survive. That is your mindset, is ball by ball, I'm blocking everything. I've just got to leave everything. I'm staying out there as long as possible, rotating strike as much as possible. I'm playing as safe as I can. That's what you'd be thinking, right? If you're Ben Folkes. Oh no, Ben Folkes. He went out there, second ball, and let's read the description here. Let's read it. Out, edged, taken. Another one bites the dust. Anric Nokia is breathing fire. Here we go. Ben Folkes rocks back and looks to slash one away. But he only... Ben Folkes, are you fucking serious? Man, if any Australian cricketer played that shot, I would have never wanted to see them again. It was up around, just below his shoulder. It was obviously not taking out the stumps. There was no LBW. All you had to do was just either back up or lift your bat in the air and leave the effing ball. But what did he do? He tried to slash it when it was this close to his body. What did you think was going to happen? Out he went. I mean, I just didn't understand what the shot was. It was not county cricket. You were not being bowled to by a 12-year-old. It was Anric Nokia, who was on absolute fire and bowls 150 kilometres an hour with very solid swing. I mean, I didn't understand what sort of shot that was. And to be honest, if I was the selector and I seen that shit, I would not pick him again, until he's learned his lesson or something, because that was that was so ridiculous. There was just nothing left in it. It was, Broad, he gave something towards the end for the fans to be happy about, but that's other than that. Doesn't really matter. South Africa's bowling, it was a real, just a team effort. Rabada 2 for 27 off 8. He's so good. Ngidi 1 for 15 off 7. And you know what? Ngidi is the weak part of this bowling lineup. But he's obviously really good. Most teams have at least one bowler in their lineup who is the clear and worst bowler of the team. Ngidi's their worst bowler, but to have Lungi Ngidi as your worst bowler is a very good thing, because he is very, very good. Keshav Maharaj, 2 for 35 off 12. Anric Nokia, 3 for 47 off 7. He just killed them. And Jansen, 2 for 13 off 3.4. So that's how it ends. England, they lose by an entire innings and 12 runs. Man, it's got to be a sad, sad moment to just be an English fan. The next test, 25th of August. The Asia Cup will be started around here, so we'll probably move on from this test series. But, I'll still be watching it, but just keeping an eye on it, seeing what happens. If anything interesting happens in the series, you'll be the first to know here on the channel. So, hey, subscribe, leave a like, comment anything down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Seriously, what do England have to do, guys? I don't know. They need to find something. They need to find Jesus. They need to do something as soon as possible because it's not looking too good. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. I'll see everyone in the next one.